Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be diving back into some Cookie Run Kingdom and specifically taking a look at the massive, and I mean massive, 1-year anniversary update that just dropped in the game. But before we do, guys, I've got a quick word from today's sponsor, and that is going to be none other than Dev Sisters themselves. If you guys don't know, Dev Sisters is the ones who put on Cookie Run Kingdom for us and is bringing us all these events and all these awesome rewards. And because of that, guys, they literally have just dropped brand new events, a ton of new game content, including a guild overhaul and a new game mode. And on top of that, 2 brand new epic cookies for you guys to get in here and play and summon on. So now is the perfect time to jump in here and play Cookie Run Kingdom, and you can do so by utilizing the link provided down below in the description. Dev Sisters, once again, thank you very much for sponsoring this video. So without further ado, let's dive in and check out the brand new update. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in the intro, it is the 1-year anniversary for Cookie Run Kingdom, and guess what? Dev Sisters have been back at it again, giving us 1,500 rainbow cubes and 5,000 crystals, guys, as a update surprise, and on top of that, the additional 1,000 from the compensation from the update being pushed back by 1 hour. Dev Sisters, thank you guys very much. Naturally, we're not going to review every little tiny word inside these patch notes because I'm going to show you a lot of it in person, but also because a lot of it has not changed, all right? So naturally, we got the brand new game mode called Cookie Alliance. Nothing has changed here. You need 25 cookies, 5 different teams. You basically are going to just be completing hordes and waves of enemies. The further you get, the better the reward, all right? So that's a quick summary. Don't forget, we'll be doing more in-depth videos on each of this type of content, and if you want to read all of this for yourself, definitely jump in the game right now and do so. But nevertheless, we've got the Cookie Alliance battle mode. We've got the Beacon of Valor. It's like a boon system. You just activate it to take advantage of one of 2 different buffs. So based on your account level and how many cookies you got and stuff, it's going to activate a buff for you. Again, you have to do it before you participate, so you need to be doing it anyways to make sure you're taking advantage of the buff. Obviously, it's going to be showing you and talking to you about how to earn points and rewards based on how far you get or how many waves you clear. The further you get, the harder the waves, essentially, and then the better the reward. The higher waves that you clear or the harder waves that you clear, all right? So again, those rewards can be relics, you know, that you can find that you can utilize for your new guild content, the guild museum. I'll talk more about that in a second. But nevertheless, again, we'll do a full video and guide on that. I'll show you kind of what the game mode looks like, at least. With that being said, we've got a bunch of new guild content, and I mean a bunch of new guild content, but nothing really crazy compared to these sneak peek notes. We've got the guild domain. I'll show you exactly what that is. Basically, it's like a separate kingdom that you unlock that we have the ability to decorate. We do have to buy the new buy decorations all over again for that. However, we can all buy them as a guild and we can all share those decorations. However, only the guild leaders and then whoever we appoint as the guild keeper can then actually place those decorations. So with that being said, leads me in here to the domain decoration. Once again, you can decorate that entire domain. Another building we've unlocked is going to be the guild hall. Now, this is going to be kind of like your check-in, check-out system, and then you can also see a hall or a table, basically with every member on there. You can select a favorite cookie to showcase at that table, and then your placement of that table is going to depend on your overall, you know, contribution to the guild, and then also your ranking in the guild. Again, I'll show you that in person. Beacon of Promise, where you level up your guild, used to be that big giant chalice statue thing, is no longer in the guild battle menu anymore. It's now going to be in your guild domain right outside of your guild hall for you to click on and then pump in your guild experience. We've got the Guild Museum, again, another thing that we're going to talk about and go more in depth in a future video, but basically it's like the history of Cookie Run Kingdom by, you know, like I said, going through those higher waves in the Cookie Alliance game mode. You can earn new relics, or you can buy new relics from the Rainbow Shell Gallery for 800 Rainbow Pearls. Again, I can't really say if it's worth it or not worth it buying it from the Rainbow Shell Gallery, but completing the individual relic sets will then not only benefit you, but also benefit your guild. Again, I'll show you all of that in a second. We've got other changes. Maximum level for guild has increased from level 50 now to level 70. A member cannot be kicked out of the guild for within the first 24 hours. However, though, one thing that I want to do mention is that donating to the guild museum will transfer ownership of a relic to your guild. Donating relics to or will not disappear from the guild's galleries if the donor is either kicked from or leaves that specific guild. So essentially, what's very important to understand here, guys, is that if you join a guild, do not do not, guys, do not donate your relics right off the bat, especially if it's a guild that you are not familiar with or if you don't even know if you're going to be staying long term. I would honestly say join a guild, get in a guild so you could take advantage of the guild, reward or the guild reward at the end of the season for Cookie Alliance game mode, but definitely do not donate your relics to just any old guild. Wait and save those relics, because once you donate them, if you leave that guild or they decide to be funny and kick you after you have donated your, best relic or multiple relics because they don't want you anymore, they want their best friend instead, then you're gonna be SOL. You're gonna be out of luck, guys. You're not gonna be able to bring back those relics, so just be careful when utilizing those relics and where you donate them. Next up, we've got the brand new Eclair Cookie. Again, nothing has really changed here with her skill description from the pre-patch notes. We're not gonna read all of this. Same thing goes for T-Night Cookie. They don't really give us any additional information here on the actual patch notes. Brand new treasure. The brand new treasure called the Insignia of Abdominal Knights is only going to be able to achieve through the guild gacha, very similar to the monocle, and then also very similar to Cream Puff Cookie. We've got 4 new treasure or technologies here. Again, nothing has changed from the patch notes. We've got the feature cookie gacha banner is going to be Eclair Cookie, and T-Night is actually going to be an event cookie. I'll show you that in a second. A bunch of new packages, a bunch of new events. They just added cotton cookies, soul stones to the mileage shop. So if you have not got a maxed out cotton cookie and you want to because she's absolutely broken at a very good cookie, then now is the time to do so. They've added 10 new decorations, but they've added them to an old decoration theme called Blade and Magic that was already in the game. So they've just added 10 new decorations, not a brand new decoration set. So just keep that in mind. Now, Cream Puff Cookie has officially gotten a buff. Again, we're not going to read all this stuff. We covered this before, but what we will read is what they've added additionally. So as a result, Cream Puff Cookie has undergone some balance changes. Regular attack is getting an increase from 21.9%. Skill cooldown is going to be reduced by 2 seconds. Skill damage percent has been increased at level 60 from 482% to 517%. And then skill HP recovery is going to be increasing at level 60 again from 78% to 114%. So naturally, you already know I'm going to be doing a video in the future, near future, basically covering the new buff on Cream Puff Cookie. So absolutely make sure you're subscribed and got the notification bell turned on so you don't miss when I drop that video. And then basically nothing else has really changed here all the way through, but I do want to mention one thing that I don't know if it was in the pre-patch notes or not, but I absolutely think it's worth mentioning here, and that's going to bring us all the way down to this here. Fixed an issue where Raspberry Cookie appearing as the boss monster in World Exploration Episode 11 could target summoned creatures instead of cookies with the highest attack. So essentially here in the past, myself and other content creators made a video on 1127 talking about how you can cheese the Raspberry by utilizing summoned creatures. She would then end up focusing on those summoned creatures, ignore your entire team of cookies, and then guess what? You inevitably beat her and beat that stage. That does no longer seem to work, guys. They talked about how they went in there and replaced that and fixed that. So now the Raspberry boss stage at 1127 just got harder, or you really need to actually beat the stage legitimate and not trying to cheese it with summons. And with that being said, guys, let's show you the in-depth stuff. So heading over to the guild section here really quick, just to kind of finish up the video. Again, it's getting kind of long, but nevertheless, let's jump in here. This is going to be the brand new guild domain. This is where you can see everything. Like I said, you've got the beacon here to level up your guild now. No longer is it in that other menu with the guild battle. You've got the brand new section called the guild museum. Obviously, you can go through multiple floors. If I click on the map here, you can see there's going to be 3 different floors currently. You can also see that each one of these rooms and how many relics each room currently can hold. You can see the bigger ones here in like the Hall of Magic, the Hall of History, and the Hall of Nature. You can see those. You can obviously fast travel to those. And then you can see basically when something has been placed. If I go back to this one, you can see, for instance, this one here, I placed this one. It's called a giant footprint fossil. You can read more about the history of this individual piece. You can see who donated the piece, and then you can also see the relic effects if they have one. Not every relic will have one, but that's going to be the guild museum. Again, I'm not going to go super in depth in it right now. I will be making a video coming out very soon, more in depth on each individual section. In your guild domain, as I mentioned already, you do have decorations. Now, you won't have all of these unless if your guild actually buys them, but my guild, members have been pretty active. But if you can see here, you can place those. However, one thing I will note is that they do not have any sort of buff as the other decorations have in your kingdom. They do not have any sort of buff. It just all seems purely cosmetic. However, once again, you gotta buy all of these. The next thing up here is you can see that we can expand our territory for our guild to add more room. Once again, at this moment, it seems like only for individual, decorations, but you can see it's going to cost you a ton of stuff. So if I set this to priority here, you can see it's going to cost a ton of stuff. But nevertheless, everybody can contribute to that. You yourself don't have to come out with 700 or 600 of that specific item. Everybody gets to contribute to it. Next up, that's going to be your guild hall. This is what I was talking about before. You get this awesome guild, table here. You can see all individual characters and members that are part of your guild. You can see what their favorite cookie is according to what they've set. You can leave messages here with a little greeting that you can talk to them. You can see the guild level, all of their individual buffs and everything based on what they've achieved. You can see all of the guild members. You can also see as a leader here, I can see who's all checked into that, who's all done their 3 guild boss battles each per day. A very, very nice change here that allows us leaders to really just hone in on exactly what's happening. Not only that, if I drop my camera here, you can see we've got 3 different shortcuts to the guild museum, the guild boss battle, and then also the Cookie Alliance, the brand new game mode. Let's go ahead and click on that and break down that system. All right, so here's the brand new Cookie Run or Cookie Alliance game mode. Once again, as I mentioned, 5 cookies per team, and you got to have 5 different teams. So you got to have a total of 25 cookies available. In the center of this, you're going to be activating that Beacon of Valor, all right? So again, it'll tell you whether you have Effect 1 or Effect 2, and then it'll basically show you if you want to activate it for 7 days or 28 days. I'd probably say at this point, just do 7 days. We don't really know what's going to be upon us at the end of 7 days, so just keep that in mind. You can kind of see what everything is here. I'm not going to do a game mode today, but I'll show you guys tonight in tonight's live stream. But nevertheless, we've got some Alliance tickets here. Again, these tickets will regenerate over time, and each battle is going to cost you some sort of Alliance ticket. You can see map information, so you can actually break down each individual wave, and then obviously you can see that it just continues to go on and on and on. It looks like the max wave will be max wave level 60, and that's probably where most people are eventually going to be working to get to so they can get that maximum reward. Again, when it comes to the overall season, though, you've got your individual rank, and then you've also got your guild rank, and you're going to be getting a ton, like I said, of individual resources based on your guild and based on your personal rank at the end of the season. And guys, guess what? 100% you're going to be getting some rainbow cubes, baby. Look at this. Top 1%, 1,500 rainbow cubes. Not only for that, but also 1,500 for the top 1% for your guild ranking. So an easy way to grind out some rainbow cubes every single season. So definitely get in here and do that. And then last but not least here, guys, I want to dive in here really, really quick. I want to just show you the brand new events. We've got a ton of new events. We've got the Protect Earthbread event, very similar to the Coco and the concert event that we had with Mint Choco. You get in here, you complete the individual missions. Every so often, you will unlock different story so that you could find out more about that said cookie. In this case, that's going to be T-Night cookie. We've got T-Night's event, very similar to Squid Ink's event. It's going to cost you 50 of these, what they are calling faded insignias. You then collect those faded insignias. Obviously, from completing this event here, you can see you collect those, but then you're just going to click on one of these random books, and then it's going to give you a random reward. And yes, that reward can be a summon. It can be an Aurora piece, as you see here. It could be crystals. It could be soul stones for T-Night cookie. That's going to be an easy event to do. We've got the login. So for the 1 year anniversary, we've got 14 days of really good stuff, guys. So definitely don't want to miss out on logging in each day to take advantage of this. A ton of really good stuff. We've got another 1 year of anniversary event. This is a really easy puzzle event. Basically, you're going to be doing this here, which is memory jellies, very similar to other past events we've had in the past, where they're repeatable. You basically get in here, you complete the individual things, you're going to collect these memory jellies. You send these memory jellies to your friends, and then based on how many times you've sent them to your friends or how many jellies, you will get these individual rewards here. But going back to the puzzle, you will then utilize these memory jellies that you collect yourself to then buy a puzzle piece. Each one's going to cost you 10. There are a total of 10 puzzles. Once you complete a puzzle, it's going to give you 1,000 crystals for that puzzle completion. And then once you complete all 10 of them, we're going to get an additional 1,500 rainbow cubes. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude today's video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I drop a video and when I go live, which reminds me, we are going to be going live here tonight on the channel, diving deeper into some summons. I've got over 100,000 crystals, and then just pretty much diving into every aspect of the update. I hope to see all of you guys there. Dev Sisters, once again, thank you very much for sponsoring this video. I really do appreciate it. And with that being said, guys, as always, I'll see you on the next one.